Hello and welcome to Songwriting. My name is Seth and I'm going to be taking you through how to write a song in a couple of videos. So this is the first one. It's about writing lyrics. Let's do it. So when you're songwriting, songwriting is an incredibly personal thing, and this is just my way of doing it. I hope you find it useful. If you find something which works better for yourself, then by all means go for that method. As I say, it's an incredibly personal thing, and everyone does it differently, so that's kind of what makes it exciting. It's an expression of yourself and what you want to say, so I'm excited to see what you come up with. So when I start songwriting, the first thing I start with is the lyrics. The lyrics to me are the sort of heart and soul of a song, and it's the part where you get to say what you want to say. There's loads of different ways of approaching it, but the first thing you need is something to write your lyrics in. Pen, pencil. Pencil's usually best because you can rub things out and make changes as you want. But having a little notebook full of lyrics is a wonderful thing. You can keep all of your ideas in the one place, and stuff that you might think is rubbish, you come back to in like a week and like, that's really good, I like that. So having a place to keep all of your notes in one place with inspiration, doodles and everything else is a super cool idea. So get yourself a notebook, get yourself a pencil, and let's start. Now, the biggest and maybe most daunting task of writing a song is choosing what to write about. You could write about literally anything. It could be writing a song about a dog going to the shops to go and buy beans, or it could be writing a love song to someone, or it could be telling a story. There's loads of different ways that you can approach it. The first two, which I'm going to suggest, are you either try and write a song which is about a story already. So a lot of folk songs are about this. They tell a story, so it's got a narrative to it. It starts at the beginning of a story, works its way through the middle, and then at the end there is a finish, and it's a narrative that goes all the way through, just like speaking a story if you were telling it. You can do it in song format, so that's a really nice way to write a song. The second way is to write a song which is personal to you, about something you want to say. So it could be that you want to tell someone you love them, or that you want to express how angry you are about something. There's loads of different ways of approaching it. You just need to decide on what you want to say in your song. If you're going to go down a story route, pick a story, and then we'll work out how to adapt that to music. If you want to go down the route of saying something, a nice way to start is a technique which I learned from Martin from the Lake Poets, and it's called glad, mad, sad. Now, the glad, mad, sad method is using those words as a starting point to write down ideas about what you might want to write your song about. So if you write down the words glad, mad, and sad, and then on your paper, you can write around them all the different things that make you feel happy, glad, what stuff you're excited about, things that you are feeling really positive about. And the mad section, you could write stuff that makes you really angry, or stuff that drives you crazy, or things that are completely bonkers. You could go for the mad option in terms of having, a rocket ship made of sausages or something like that. It's entirely up to you what you choose with mad. And sad is fairly obvious. Anything that makes you unhappy, or anything that you feel sad about. It could be that you've lost something and you're really sad about it, or it could be that you are missing someone when you're sad. There's loads of options for sad as well. So take a moment to pause the video here and write down some ideas around these themes, and we'll come back to it in a second. So once you've written down all your ideas and you've chosen some that you like, it's now a good place to start writing your song. But if you're going to start writing it, it's good to know a bit about the structure of songs and how you can fit all that in. So songs are made up of different parts like a verse and a chorus and a bridge and a middle eight. And these are different blocks that you can put together to give your song structure. So it's a typical pop song structure would be to have a first verse, a second verse, a bridge, this is just a small section that then leads into your chorus, which is like the hook, the meat of the song. It's the bit which people sing along to and gets your main message across. It's like your headline. You then might have another verse, which continues the idea of the first two. And then you go into a middle eight, which is an opportunity to completely change the song on its head, or to have a like blazing guitar solo or something which changes the song and breaks it up and gives it a different colour and flavour. And that usually leads into a chorus or two to finish, so you have like a big sing-along ending. That's a really good structure to try. You can play about with it as much as you like. It's a fun thing to do. So you can come up with loads of different structures. You can have 5 verses in a row. And there's a lot of folk songs which are just verses. They don't even have a chorus. They just go verse, 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 verse. Some pop songs start with a chorus. You might want to do that. But whatever you choose to do, you can make your own arrangement of it, and it'll be yours. So verse 1 is where you put your first idea. It's like the opening to a play. You can put whatever you fancy in verse 1, but it sets a scene for what's coming for the rest of the song. For example, if I was writing a song about being away from home and really missing home and that I'm going to be home soon, the first verse might be that I'm far away from home and it's making me sad. The second verse is like an expansion on the first verse, so it's like furthering that idea. I've been away from home and I've been away for a long time and I really miss it. The bridge section leads into your chorus, so it's a little section that flows between the ideas, so it's a way of joining the ideas together. And the chorus to my song is that I'm coming home. I'm really excited about coming back, and it's a big, joyous, triumphant, yes, I'm coming home finally, and I feel good about it. So that's the start of my song. The third verse, after I've said my chorus, is it could be the next stage of a song. So if I was singing a song like a story, it could be that I have started on my journey and I'm almost home, and it feels good and it's more positive. Or it could be that I wanted to further extend the idea which I put in the first 2 verses of being sad and being missing home, and I want to come back. In the middle 8, it's an opportunity to turn things on its head and to change the idea of what you've been saying. So if my verses, if I've been saying that I really miss home and that I'm far away, the middle 8 could be explaining the reason why I've gone away, or it could be saying that I'm on my way back and it's really hard to get through, but I'm doing it. Or it's an opportunity to say something different which can change the song on its head. It's up to you, there's lots of different options. And then in the final chorus, you sing the chorus again. It's the same one that you had earlier. It's the bit which people can sing along with and you know, and so you repeat that. On the final chorus, you might decide to change the chorus slightly, either by changing the melody or by changing the words to give a different variation, but having something that is slightly different gives it more interest. So, bearing that structure in mind, why don't you try and take one of your subjects and write a couple of verses and some choruses on it, and then you can play around with the structure by moving your verses and choruses around and see what you come up with. A note on rhyming. So everyone thinks that songs need to rhyme. and quite often they don't. It doesn't have to rhyme at all. There's a very, very wonderful songwriter called Justin Vernon, and most of his songs don't rhyme, but they sound wonderful. So don't feel like everything has to rhyme. So have a go, see what you come up with, and enjoy writing your lyrics.